Hi, my name is Jane Powell. Welcome to Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. This is a show showcasing community involvement. Our guest today is Dural Miller. Welcome, Dural.
How you doing?
President, CEO, founder of Keep Your Faith Corporation. We're glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we have so much to talk about because you have great things happening at Keep Your Faith, and projects that are near and dear to my heart involve gardening. Is that right?
Yes.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that today?
I think we are. I heard you're a master gardener.
I am a master gardener,
Okay.
yes. So I'm anxious to hear about the projects that you've got going on and how you're spreading your love of gardening. Most of this happens on the west side of Charleston, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so, and you're involved with the schools?
Yes, Westside Elementary, and I work with Edgewood some.
Okay, what do you do with them?
Mostly gardening and classroom behavior.
Okay, so do the kids get their hands dirty?
Yes, they do. Westside Elementary has a school-based garden. We go out there. It's right on the side, right beside family care. And we also have some in-classroom gardens, like little mini greenhouses and things like that.
What are they growing?
Well, last year they grew tomatoes. It was great. 2 years before that, I couldn't grow tomatoes worth anything. But last year, the kids grew a lot of tomatoes, and we grew pumpkins. Watermelons. Yeah, we grew watermelons even. The watermelons didn't always make it.
Yeah.
Strawberries.
Oh, there. We have a picture of one of your melons.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. And different kind of flowers. We like to mix flowers in with the vegetables, too.
So what happens to the produce? So the kids get to, well, they get to plant it, so they get their hands dirty. They're playing in the soil, and they're learning about growing their own produce and flower arrangements and that sort of thing. What happens to the product? Where does that watermelon go?
It goes to the kids. The kids harvest most of the vegetables and things like that. But it's a food bank over there at the West Side Pantry. And we give a lot of vegetables to them and some of the homeless shelters over the West Side.
Great. Do they get excited?
They do get excited. And this year we have a program I think that's going to boost the excitement.
Okay. What's that?
It's called West Side Growing. It's a project with a couple of different farmers, WVU Extension, some other local groups on the West Side. What we're going to do is we're going to work inside the school, teaching nutrition class, West Virginia University is, and get the kids used to how to grow food, what's healthiest for them, different kind of fruits that help with teeth. You know, some teeth make your teeth smile bright. That's what they say. I really don't know, but you know.
They do.
That.
That's right.
And then they're going to be able to sell those in their own kids' farmers market outside the school, and that's going to be great. I think learning how to garden is so many things to gardening. You can learn how to read is one of the best things for me. Reading and also learning responsibility. And a lot of local farmers that we have around the area are going to be able to come and set up shop at our markets. And the kids, with this token process we got, we're going to be doing through the West Side Grow Project. It's a project funded through Greater Kanawha Valley. Appreciate that. But it's going to be where the kids can take a token that's worth $5. They can go out there to the local market and buy the vegetables and bring them and bag them and take them back home, which is helping the local economy.
Yeah.
This also is teaching kids the value of growing and buying local.
It's a business.
It's a business.
It's a business.
Sort of like a business.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the way to start a business,
Yeah,
right? It
yeah.
teaches them. I think it's fascinating when anyone, but especially children, learn where the carrot comes from, where the watermelon comes from. It doesn't always come from the first aisle in Kroger's.
Yes.
Right?
That's the truth. Mr. Tolliver, he's a local farmer, West Side, really helped me get started. Probably the reason because I am gardening is because of Mr. Tolliver. I really just started. I got where Mr. Tolliver needed a little help in his garden, so I went and started talking to him, and he pointed me in a direction to go to a junior master gardening class to West Virginia State Extension.
Yeah.
Myself and my partner Larry, we took that class, and he used to always say kids would tell him they get French fries from Kroger's. So
Right.
he's a big gardener, so he started telling them, no, this is how you do it. So I kind of adopted that and asked the kids, where do you get vegetables from? They said, well, around the corner Kroger's will save a lot. So we started showing them because the celery seed is so small. It's hard to believe that it grows up to celery. So we did that this year. Well, last year we had a project in the pots where we grew celery to show them how that little seed can grow up to be something big, and also let them know you can be a little seed, but you can also grow up to be big. You know, that's the fun about gardening. You can take it in any direction you go. If a kid asks a question about, say, why is it that color? You can go with that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the best thing that I've been seeing about gardening. It opens up communication with little kids to grown adults, you know. You start talking about things that you maybe not normally talk about or have questions about. a kid asked me the other day, well, it's been a couple of days ago, he asked me about carrots, or carrots all orange, and which I get to tell him no. And at the
Good
time,
question.
before I started gardening, I didn't know that. I'd have said yes, and I'd have told him some wrong information. But after learning, Shelly, she's from West Virginia State University Extension, she showed me different colored carrots, and I was amazed.
Yeah.
So I got to tell him about that, and this year we're going to grow some different color ones for him to see.
Wow. So that's fun.
Yeah.
So it's not only education for the kids, it's education for everyone.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Yeah, that's great. So you're working with the elementary schools, and they're growing the produce, and they're using some of it, I'm guessing. They're
Yes.
taking some home, and they're selling some of it.
Yes.
But there are a couple other projects that are happening over there, right? As far as selling produce and growing produce. Something called Produce Peddlers, is that right?
Yeah, well, Produce Peddlers is really with the Juvenile Day Report Center.
Okay.
Mr. James and them, all of them over there, all staff over there, they bought into the project. It's a collaboration project with us, them, and West Virginia State Extension. And say a group called Sage, a local farmer group, they do a lot of good work in the neighborhood. And what it is, those youth there will grow. Now that's more like a business to me, because they plant it, they harvest it, clean it, and then they sell it. And they get on bikes. They get on bikes, little wagons with produce in behind them, and pedal to, that's what Produce Peddler.
Yeah, it's great.
Pedal to your house and give you vegetables. $40 a month. 4 times a month you get vegetables, fresh vegetables. And on Thursdays, we did last year on Thursdays, and I think we're going to stick with that day. If you come by and we're out there, $10 a bag of fresh produce.
Well, then you have great fresh produce for the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the kids there, I think the communication part was the biggest from the Produce Peddlers. I've talked to other groups that work with the same kids, and they just talk about how more open they are and how more accepting to, I guess, not criticism, but direction. You know, because with gardening, if you water too much, you can flood or get mildew. So you got to kind of pay attention a little bit more when you're gardening when you first start. But then, you know, it's wide open. You can just try to grow what you want. You know, we're trying to grow all kind of things. I started an avocado tree, which I'm gonna try to introduce to the Produce Peddlers, and seeking as a group they can grow one to be able to one day sell avocados.
Wow.
Yes, that's a good group over there, a good group of kids that enjoy the project. They really made the project, I think.
So not only do they get on their bikes and deliver it, but if, say I lived maybe too far away, or I wasn't going to be home, I can come to your location and buy it, is that right?
Yes, on Thursdays you can come to buy it, but if you leave us a message, we will bring it to you.
Okay, what's the best way for people to contact you?
You can look
if
at
they
our
were
Facebook
interested in this?
page, Produce Peddlers on Facebook. That's the best way to get with us. Inbox us your email address, your phone number. If you have any questions, the same way to do that. And we will work with you and get you your vegetables.
Okay. I'm guessing with all of this gardening and the children and the teenagers and adults involved, you probably still need some volunteers.
Yes, we do. Yes, we really do. Especially right now, because the gardens are starting to, it's starting to get warmer. And a lot of weeds need to be pulled. Some vines didn't grow up on some different places. We like to have a couple of days of people just coming through and helping clean. And with us, if you're helping us clean, we're going to end up cooking for you and being out there and kind of make it a day of celebration, of fellowship as well as gardening. So if anybody want to volunteer, you can email us at kyfc03@gmail.com. We're looking for volunteers right now to start the farming season. We're also looking for volunteers to help with the farmers market. So if anybody want to do that, even if you just don't have but a little bit of time and you want to participate, we always need somebody to come through and water the garden. That's good. And if you water, and I ask you to do a little humming and singing to the garden while you're out there watering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. A little music makes
Yeah,
them
love
grow
music.
better, doesn't it?
I think so.
Makes everybody feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't agree more. Yes. So all of this leads up to another opportunity, I guess, for your produce, and a new venture for you is the West Side Farmers Market.
Yes, that is something that we've been looking at, and the people from West Side Farmers Market decided they didn't want to really do it anymore, but we got input from them. I talked to them a lot and trying to see some of the things they did well and some of the things they might have wanted done. And this year we're going to try, and I think inviting local farmers in as well as local youth farming groups is what we're going to work with too. Because I know a couple of youth groups in Canal City that started gardening projects. I know some up in Grandview. Grandview used to have one. Hopefully they continue to do theirs. We're going to break them down so they can start selling their produce to put it back into things they want to do in their school. Sometimes field trips they want to do, they can't get them, they can't do them, so let them do that. Little parties they might want to do, they can do that, as well as putting something back into the market. I think that is going to be an awesome adventure for us.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being able to grow some local vegetables and be able to sell them and get see what the reaction is. You know, see if the neighborhood and the community wants that, because when we studied and seen it, it's not a lot of access to fresh fruit on the west side, fresh vegetables on the west side. So we're going to bring it closer to them to see if people start using them. And once you start eating healthy, you kind of want to move. You just don't want to eat healthy. Like, oh, I'm eating healthy now, I maybe want to exercise.
Right.
And yes, that's good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and if all this brings that, not just my west side community, the whole valley, the Kanawha County, adopt a healthier lifestyle and healthy eating. I didn't eat a lot of vegetables growing up. I did here and there, but now I eat more. I try different things. The kids help me try different things.
Good.
They'll take a bite of them, like, here you go. What I'm gonna do? So I take a bite too, and I've learned to like different vegetables that I didn't like at first.
Good. This might evolve into like giving recipes to the kids and showing them different ways to fix things. And there's lots of possibilities.
Oh, so many possibilities. And also being able to sell to some of the local businesses. I think that is going to be a venture that is going to be fun for us, to be able to go to some of these businesses like them two bars, casino, and be able to offer them vegetables and they can use that other people will eat. That is a lot, from starting off as a seed, going through all those stages, and then ended up on somebody's plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the goal for us in long term for the market.
Good. So you have good West Side partners there with the
Yeah,
restaurants
well, the West
and
Side
the
is a good
community.
place. It's a good place, and I think more and more we're starting to get back to working together and helping and being nice to one another.
Where's the farmers market? Where's the location for the farmers market?
Right now, it's a pop-up market, so it's going to be right by West Side Elementary School, by the Family Care Center, down from our mini farm. The mini farm is 1211 Grant Street, so if you come down the boulevard, if you see Family Care Center, you should see us sitting out there.
And is that close to the elementary school?
It's right beside the elementary school.
Okay, that's right.
Right on the boulevard side of down from Patcher Street.
So very easy to get to. People would have
You can
no
see
problem
it,
finding it.
Shouldn't have a problem at all. Parking, it's nice parking. School
Yeah.
letters use their parking lot. West Side Elementary, Ms. Clear has been great by letting us continue to do this garden over there. I think that relationship is just really starting, but it's growing. We would work with the after-school program a little bit. I think being able to work with the after-school program, get some of the kids with a lot of energy and a lot of ideas. And one of the ideas we're going to work with them and some of the students and the teachers over there is doing solar lights for the mini farm. And that's going to be an adventure. We're going to figure out how we can do that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see some of the ideas they're going to come up with to how to get that going.
Well, it's just about that time of year, like you said. It's time to start pulling weeds and getting all the old leaves off the garden and getting it all cleaned up, because you'll be planting things before you know it.
Yeah, before you know it.
In my garden, I'm getting ready to start planting, so yeah.
Yeah,
I
what you
bet.
like planting?
Well, I'll plant lettuce first.
Lettuce?
Lettuce and radishes will be my first crop, yes.
Miss Tava likes radishes. I didn't like radishes at first, but now I do. And they're okay, especially in a salad or
That's
something
right.
like that.
Yeah, and they're fun to grow and fun to pull out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here today. We've learned a lot, and I just want to remind everybody to look for the farmers market. That'll be near the Family
Care Center at West Side, Mercy Snow West Side Elementary School.
So be sure and look for that. Keep in mind that you can contact Produce Peddlers on Facebook if you're interested in purchasing fresh greens and vegetables. And if you have any other questions or there's any information that you'd like to know about today's show, why don't you reach out to Dural, and his email is kyfco3@gmail.com. There we have it on the screen. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. Come back and see us.